I'm going to tell you this story, and it involves a comedian who's a very good friend of mine. I won't say because it's his story. I won't say his name in case he wants to keep this quiet or whatever. But sure. He got booked for Ronnie Woods' daughter's wedding, right?
Okay.
So he was
Ronnie Woods.
Ronnie Woods from the Rolling Stones.
Oh, okay.
Right. So he was booked at this wedding.
The one that looks like Skeletor.
Yeah, he's the one that used to be in the band with Rod Stewart before he was in the anyway. Right. So Ronnie Wood's a famous person, Ronnie Wood. So he goes along to this wedding, and he's meant to perform, and he's like, fucking, there's Mick Jagger and the rest of the Rolling Stones are there, there's fucking David Bowie's there, Clapton's there, all this type of stuff, right? And they said, oh, you should go on before the wedding vows. And he's like, no, I don't, we'll do afterwards when everyone's a bit drunk.
Right.
And then as time goes on, he's at this wedding and he's getting paid like $50K or something to do this wedding. And every time he's about to go on, someone like Eric Clapton goes, I'll go up and play a few tunes, right? so he's about to
follow Clapton.
He's about to go on again, and they're like, oh, we'll have you in a minute, and he's freaking out. Then fucking the Stones start playing at the fucking wedding. And he's like, oh my God, the Rolling Stones are just playing at this fucking wedding. And then everyone keeps drinking. He gets fucking nervous, more and more nervous, and he's sitting there shaking in the corner. Ronnie Woods gets so fucking smashed up, he goes up to my mate and he goes, you were great up there.
Perfect.
Yeah, everyone forgot that he didn't perform.
and he got paid?
He got paid and fucked off.
He got paid $50K to watch a Rolling Stones jam session. That is awesome. I've actually had to play a wedding before as well. I took it as a gig, and literally they said, okay, you'll go on at the reception. And right before I go on, this woman goes, she's drunk as hell. She goes, I want to say a few words. And she gets on the mic and starts talking about how she's so sorry the dad couldn't be there because he just died like 2 weeks ago from cancer. Like, and she's like, he would have been so proud of you, but you know he's watching right now. And literally right after that story goes, and now the comedy of Brad Williams. I
have a similar horrific story. Oh, I had a corporate gig for the British military, like their Christmas do, like 3 years ago. And I went out to Sandhurst, which is like where like the royal family enters the military, right? It's like the real fucking posh bit of the whole thing. Yeah. So I go out to this gig, and they just have like a fucking raffle table with one of those microphones plugged into a little lamp off to the side is like the speaker system.
Basically, like you're a guy at Venice trying to with coins trying to get paid.
So like Richie Valens at the early bit of La Bamba, right? So I go up there and I'm like, oh fuck it. So I go into the bathroom, and there's like guys having like a physical punching each other up type of thing, right? Just before the gig, there's like, and they're all in tuxedos and stuff.
Like not in a fight, just to do it like to amp each other up?
No. They're all in tuxedos and kilts and shit, right? And they're just beating the fuck out of each other. And one guy's crying, like, oh, fuck you, fuck off. I'm sorry, all right? I'm fucking sorry. Right? And I'm there like, oh, fucking hell, it's all kicked off here. All the soldiers. So it's a room full of soldiers and their fat wives. Not saying that all soldiers have fat wives, but any girl who's willing to wait 6 months. Anyway, we're going to get complaints for that. Anyway, man, let's carry on.
Well. Not complaints. You just pissed off people with guns.
Yeah. Well, people with guns, luckily not with educations. Anyway, so
I'm going to distance myself from that one.
It was a joke. I've gone out to Afghanistan and Iraq. I've done gigs for the troops. Forgive me. Anyway, so I
support the troops.
Support the troops.
Yellow ribbon.
Support the troops. Unless they're getting on the airplane before me. I feel like that's a privilege too far.
All right.
Anyway, so...
Wait. I have to interrupt for 1 second. Farside, you're going too far. He Googles everything we say, and all of a sudden I see it. Farside Googles, and we all see it on the screen in front of us while we're doing the show. And while Jim is talking, I see...
Why are so many military wives disgustingly fat? And they've given reasons.
And that's on Yahoo Answers. Someone type that.
I have 2 kids. My hectic is so scared. I'm hectic. I'm depressed, so I eat too much. Plus, you're eating for 2. Because you keep cooking the same size meals and he's not there.
Oh, my God.
Maybe never again.
Eddie. So let me finish my story.
All right,
So I go off and I do this gig and they're like, oh, fucking forgive me, you fucking asshole. Like that, right? So before I go on, the head of the brigade stands in front of all these soldiers, hundreds of the fuckers with this little speaker, and he has that big military voice. He tries to use a microphone and just goes, fuck it, and starts yelling at him. And just goes, all right, let's not hide behind what happened. He goes, last year when we were here, Lieutenant Williams took Lieutenant Daniels on a drive. Both of them were drunk. They veered off the road just over there. If you can probably see the tree from the window.
Oh, my God.
They veered off and Lieutenant Daniels died on impact. Now, they were both drink driving. They know what they got into. Now, no one loved Lieutenant Daniels more than me. But if I can forgive Lieutenant Williams, so should you. And then someone goes, no, he's a fucking bastard. And then these other people crying, right? And his fucking ex-wife is there crying. Like something like, let's cheer ourselves up with a bit of comedy.
I always love the lines that they say right before you because they think that that's just going to wash everything out. You know what I mean?
He hands me the microphone like, there you go. And I get up and do it, and there's people start punching each other in the crowd, and then they sort of start, and then I'm like trying to do my stand-up, and then some guy in the front's decided that I'm shit, so he's like, you're shit. And then another guy's gone, no, I've seen him on TV, he's all right. Yeah, he's all right, him. And then one guy comes up and steals the microphone off me and pushes me to the side. He goes, look, everyone, I'm running this event. You have no idea how much money we have paid this guy to be here.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, it was like 30 grand or something. And I'm there going, they're not going to like me now. I'm shit and expensive.